and welcome to this attraction video about the monorail. Now, you could argue the monorail isn't technically an attraction. I think probably it's more of an attraction in Disneyland than it is in Walt Disney World. In Walt Disney World it's much more of a transportation system, getting guests from A to B rather than being an attraction that you ride just for the attraction. Having said that, I ride it because I love riding the monorail. So the two true monorails are in Disneyland and in Walt Disney World. I love the monorail. Having said that, I'm not technical with all the specifications and stuff, so I'm going to be very, very light on technical specifications because I think there are people out there who know a heck of a lot more about the monorail specifications than I do, so I'm not going to go into that in too much detail. The information I have found, most of it has come from Wikipedia. That's in terms of the marks of the trains and what trains there are. I've got a little bit of an understanding. So in Disneyland there are two stations. You can join the monorail at Tomorrowland in the Disneyland park, or you can get on in Downtown Disney. If you get on in Downtown Disney and want to get off in Tomorrowland, you do need a valid park ticket in order to get into Tomorrowland, obviously. And it was actually the first monorail system in the Western Hemisphere when it opened. It's got 3 trains, because it is just the one track, 3 trains, and they are Mark 7 monorails, and the colours are red, orange and blue. That's how you distinguish the 3 trains between them. And I found when I rode this, it is much more of an attraction because you kind of sit, it's designed for you to be looking out of the windows, whereas the one in Florida I think is designed more to get people from A to B. So let's have a look at the Disneyland monorail system. I should add my very last ride in Disneyland at like 2 minutes to midnight on my very last day. I was lucky enough to get selected to ride in the cab. So I will, after I've included the daytime footage where you can obviously see a lot more, I'll put in snippets of when I got to ride in the cab as well. I have ridden in the cab in Walt Disney World when I was 7, 8. Back in the 80s, so I've done both now, which is quite exciting. So let's look at Disneyland first. Okay, I'm going to ride the monorail. I'm quite excited about finally getting to ride the monorail. Oh my goodness, here they still put guests in the front. That's so cool.
Hello everyone, welcome aboard the Disneyland Monorail. We are now beginning a 2.5-mile journey to downtown Disney Station and back. For a safe trip, remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the cabin. Be sure to watch your children and no smoking, please.
Bienvenidos. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los niños. Se acuerda no fumar.
You are riding aboard the Mark 7, the latest generation of Disneyland monorails. When Walt Disney introduced this attraction in 1959, it was the first daily operating monorail system in the Western Hemisphere. Just ahead is Disney California Adventure, where you'll find Disney stories told in unique and exciting new ways. That towering fortress in the distance is home to the Divine Collection, where the collector showcases his newest acquisitions, the Guardians of the Galaxy. We're now passing Christmas land of scenic wonders, where you can experience the beauty and exhilaration of free flight in Soarin'. Coming into view is Disney's Grand California Hotel and Spa. This downtown Disney District and the Disneyland Resort Hotels. If you will be leaving us here and returning later today, please hold on to your park ticket as you leave the station. You may reboard the monorail for a return trip to Tomorrowland up until 1/2 hour prior to Disneyland closing. Please remain seated until the monorail comes to a complete stop and the doors have opened. Then gather your belongings. To those of you who have just joined us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Monorail. For your safety, please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the cabin. Watch your children, and no smoking, please.
Bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los niños. Por favor, se ruega no fumar. Gracias.
We're now en route to our final stop, the Tomorrowland Monorail Station. Along the way, you can get a bird's-eye look at the downtown Disney District, Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa, and Disney California Adventure. To the left of the monorail is the main entrance of Disneyland, the happiest place on earth. Disneyland is truly an American original. Since its opening in 1955, it has hosted hundreds of millions of guests from around the world, including presidents, kings, and celebrities. It is the original Disney theme park, created and enjoyed by Walt Disney himself. To the right is our transportation plaza, where you'll find taxis, hotel shuttles, and public transit stops. We're about to enter Disneyland. Some of the clearances are pretty tight up ahead, so be sure to remain seated, keeping your hands and arms inside the cabin. This is Tomorrowland, a land inspired by science fact and fantasy. Below us is the submarine lagoon, where you can dive into a fantastic underwater adventure aboard the Finding Nemo submarine voyage. Across the way are the icy peaks of Matterhorn Mountain, home of the world's most famous bobsled run. And beneath us is the Autopia, where drivers of all ages can travel the road to tomorrow.
That's where we sat and ate just a minute ago. Or not a minute, a while ago.
And now we're riding alongside the happiest kingdom of them all, Fantasyland, home to Pinocchio, Snow White, Peter Pan, and other storybook characters. We're now approaching the Tomorrowland Monorail Station, our final destination. Please remain seated until the monorail comes to a complete stop. Then collect your belongings, watch your head, and step carefully from the train. On behalf of all of our crew, thanks for traveling with us. And we hope you'll have a happy and memorable visit here at Disneyland.
Oh, he's leaving it. Oh, there is a bin. Perfect. It's the orange one. And at the front.
was actually your best one. 2, 3. Blink. Okay. No more blink.
Hello, everyone. Welcome aboard the Disneyland Monorail. We are now beginning keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the cabin. Be sure to watch your children and no smoking, please.
This is so
Bienvenidos.
cool.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos.
Mark 7, the latest generation of Disneyland monorails. When Walt Disney
Oh,
introduced
it feels much faster.
1959, it was the first daily operating monorail system in the Western Hemisphere. Just ahead is Disney California Adventure, where you'll find Disney stories told in unique and exciting new ways. Downtown Disney Station, gateway to the Downtown Disney District and the Disneyland Resort Hotels. If you will be leaving us here and returning later today, please hold on to your park ticket as you leave the station. You may reboard the monorail for a return trip to Tomorrowland up until 1/2 hour prior to Disneyland closing. Please remain seated until the monorail comes to a complete stop.
First time to the States, or have we been here
No,
before?
been here before.
Oh, okay, awesome.
It's my first time here.
To Disneyland?
Yeah.
Okay, how do we like it so far?
I love it.
Nice, that's good to
Yeah.
hear.
It's actually my last day. This is my last ride.
Oh, really? Okay.
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Monorail.
I mean, this is very fun, like you said. It's very
Since its opening in 1955, it has hosted hundreds of millions of guests from around the world, including presidents, kings, and celebrities. It is the original Disney theme park, created and enjoyed. This is Tomorrowland, a land inspired by science fact and fantasy. Below us is the submarine.
Now, in contrast, in Walt Disney World, they have the Mark 6 monorails, which are slightly older than the ones in Disneyland. There are 12 trains, there are 6 stations, so you've got the Transportation and Ticket Centre, which I'll refer to as the TTC from now on, which is basically the Magic Kingdom parking lot. You've got the Polynesian, the Grand Floridian, the Contemporary, the Magic Kingdom, and Epcot. There are 3 what they call loops, so routes. You can get the express monorail from the TTT to the Magic Kingdom, or vice versa. You can get the resort monorail from the TTC, which stops at each of the hotels and Magic Kingdom on that same loop, but they run in opposite directions. And you can get the monorail from the TTC to Epcot or back again. The good thing about the Epcot one is the monorail actually goes into the park, so you get to see a little snippet of the park. If you haven't got tickets, but maybe you want to see Epcot or see Spaceship Earth, it does actually go around the park as well, which is really, really fun. The monorail system in Walt Disney World was one of the busiest monorail systems in the world. However, it has now been surpassed by Tokyo, and there's one in Shanghai as well. But yeah, really, really busy monorail system. There are 12 monorail trains, and you'll have to forgive me now, but I'm going to need to read out the colours because I probably could remember them all off the top of my head, but I don't want to forget one. So the 12 colours are blue, black, coral, gold, green, lime, orange, peach, red, silver, teal and yellow. There was also pink and purple, but they were involved in that tragic accident in 2009. So those 2 colours have been retired from service. So let's have a look at the Walt Disney World monorail system. I will put in clips from the Epcot journey, from the Express monorail and from the Resort monorail as well. This is exciting. I love this monorail ride. Such a monorail geek. Love it.
For those needing special assistance, if you are standing, please hold onto the handrails and stay clear of the door.
There we go.
Welcome aboard the Walt Disney World Monorail to Epcot. For those of you standing, please hold onto the handrails throughout our journey and stay clear of the doors. The spires of Space Mountain in the Magic Kingdom. Nearby is Disney's Contemporary Resort.
This is where all the resort buses used to come in. Over here somewhere there's an airstrip, because they originally intended to have little planes to fly from the airport, the erective airport, to here, so people that were staying in the deluxe resorts could actually fly here without having to do anything to drive or anything. Oh.
Exploration, food production, and emerging technologies. Discover the culture and cuisine of 11 nations in World Showcase. On the banks of the 40-acre World Showcase Lagoon are Mexico, North. Beyond the trees ahead, and to the right-hand side of our forward motion, is Spaceship Earth. This 18-story geosphere marks the entrance to Epcot.
I love this. Oh, the universe of energy.
Mission Space is an exhilarating sensory thrill ride that puts you and your flight crew in command of an out-of-this-world mission to Mars. At Test Track, you can experience the exhilaration of test riding a vehicle on the longest and fastest ride ever created for Walt Disney World. Coming into view is World Showcase. Directly across from us on the far shore of the World Showcase Lagoon is our host pavilion, the American Adventure. Those glass pyramids are the gateway to your journey into imagination. Inside, you can explore the creative process of flying adventure across natural wonders. Take an undersea journey into the big blue world at the Seas with Nemo and Friends. Afterward, surround yourself with thousands of real sea creatures at the Undersea Observation Deck.
Epcot seems to be a little bit more humid than anywhere else.
Welcome aboard the Walt Disney World Express Monorail for the transportation center. For those of you standing, please hold onto the handrails throughout the journey and stay clear of the doors. For the comfort of others, no smoking, please. Thank you.
Oh, the monorail drive is about 4.
Separate monorails from this station service those locations. For assistance,
Oh, it smells in here.
Welcome aboard the Walt Disney World Express Monorail, your highway in the sky to the Magic Kingdom. For those of you standing, please hold on to the handrails throughout our journey and stay clear of the doors. For the comfort of others, no smoking, please. Thank you. We are now circling the Disney-created Seven Seas Lagoon.
the Orlando Eye from here. Over there. Yeah, there.
We are now entering Disney's Contemporary Resort. We are now passing Bay Lake Tower at Disney's Contemporary Resort, a part of Disney Vacation Club.
Space Mountain's a bit isolated where they've chopped all the trees down around it.
Our station at the entrance to Main Street, USA, gateway to the 16 lands of the Magic Kingdom. Smoking is not permitted in the Magic Kingdom, except in designated areas. Please consult your guide map or ask a cast member for location. If you're standing, please hold on to the handrails and stay clear of the doors until the monorail stops completely and the doors open. And kindly offer available seating to those needing special assistance. If you're standing, please hold on to the handrails and stay clear of the automatic door. They will be closing in a moment. Thank you. We will...
Let's go, let's go, let's go! Oh, it actually smells like Florida. So it goes, let me think about this. Yeah, Polly, Grand Floridian, Magic Kingdom. But, here you go, there's a monorail here. The express one's not here yet and I wouldn't have made it anyway. It's Monorail line! Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Ow, yeah, I could be doing that, but I'm not. Oh, they got the heating on.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Our next stop is Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. For the duration of this ride, please stand clear of and do not lean onto the doors. Thank you.
To those guests who've joined us, welcome. For those of you standing, please hold on to the handrails throughout our journey and remain clear of the doors.
Now, I know it's not technically a monorail, but it's got a really cute train. So I'm also going to include some footage of the Disneyland Resort line from the MTR, Metropolitan Railway in Hong Kong, because it's a really, really cute little train. So here is some shots of catching the Hong Kong Disneyland shuttle from the airport out to Hong Kong Disneyland. they've got Mickey-shaped windows. Look at those. And there's little statues with Disney characters. So here's the train, and there's a lift over. We're going to walk up the stairs just so I can look at the station. This is beautiful. Oh my goodness. So there you go, that's the really transportation systems trains, although not trains because there are also trains. So yeah, monorail things. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you soon.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.